In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 fascinating facts regarding the Wandering Widow that is the Raknakadaki, the newly introduced Temnoceran within Monster Hunter Rise. Hey everyone, Cornapinoy X here once again, back with another video, and welcome back to another exciting episode of 5 facts about the monsters introduced within Monster Hunter Rise, where we explore 5 fascinating pieces of information regarding the newly introduced monsters within this title that you might not know about. Previously, we took a look at one of the newly introduced Leviathans within Monster Hunter Rise, the Hermit of the Swamp, known as the Almadron. If you would like to check out that episode as well as all other previous episodes within this series, I've gone ahead and put a link of the entire playlist in the description below so you can go ahead and check them out at your own leisure. Today, we'll be taking a look at 5 facts regarding the newly introduced Temnoceran within Monster Hunter Rise, the Wandering Widow, known as the Raknakadaki. We'll be taking a look at 5 pieces of information regarding the Raknakadaki that covers the lore, ecology, and anatomy of the monster. Here are 5 facts about the Raknakadaki, the Wandering Widow, the newly introduced Temnoceran within Monster Hunter Rise. In the early stages of a Raknakadaki's life, they take on the form of Rachnoids, the infant stage of these Temnocerans. Rachnoids are fascinating little creatures in that despite being newly born, they already have a keen instinct for combat and even have the abilities to both generate webs to trap their enemies and spit fire just like their mother, though at a lower level than their parent. Despite their small stature, Rachnoids are also strong enough to pull the entire weight of a fully grown Raknakadaki, showcasing the strength of these small monsters. When grouped together alongside their mother, they are highly coordinated in combat, working in tandem with both parent and siblings to decimate any adversaries. When these critters have strayed from their mother, they form small groups in the wild, and though they are capable of fighting against other small monsters, their coordination dwindles due to the lack of command and protection from a fully grown Raknakadaki. When Rachnoids reach full maturity and become full-fledged Raknakadakis, they grow an organ inside their body known as a glowgut. This unique organ generates extreme levels of heat inside the Raknakadaki's body, comparable to that of magma, explaining the monster's ability to generate flames across its body through different methods. This glowgut may also explain part of the Temnoceran's extreme reproductive system. When the Raknakadaki enters an incubation period, their abdomen glows brightly, demonstrating high levels of heat activity occurring within its body to hatch Rachnoids at unnatural speeds. Even if the incubation period is interrupted, the unnatural speed of the process means a number of Rachnoids will have already spawned anyway, showing just how fast these Temnocerans can reproduce. Perhaps one of the most intriguing pieces of equipment lore comes from the Raknakadaki's armor. It tells a tragic tale of 2 lovers, and whilst the perspective changes depending on the hunter's body type, the premise is ultimately the same. It tells the story of a man who once fell in love with a lady who was cursed as she could not love him back in return. When this curse was revealed as a form of 8-legged secret, the lady fled in fear. However, the man was undeterred by her secret, and so he continued to pursue her. Once he finally reached her, however, the story would come to a tragic conclusion, as the young lady's secret would ultimately end the love of her life. The lady resented her 8-legged secret as it stopped her from knowing true love. The man, on the other hand, left behind a grinning skeleton, punctured by 8 legs. This next piece of information we're going to explore focuses on the Raknakadaki's web-weaving techniques and their real-life origins. Unlike the Nursala or most web-weaving spiders in reality, the Raknakadaki is known for spinning its web by spitting it. Despite this unusual method for spinning its web, this technique is actually inspired by a genus of real-life spiders known as cytodes, commonly known as spitting spiders. These spiders are known to spit their venomous web to both entangle and burn their prey with venom at the same time. True to this inspiration, the Raknakadaki will spit its web at its adversary and then burn them afterwards with its flame. This shows that despite the Raknakadaki's physical appearance being inspired by the pelican spider, its abilities are inspired by a completely different genus of arachnids. Finally, let's explore the etymology behind the monster's name. The name Raknakadaki originates from both the English language as well as Japanese yokai folklore. The origin of the term Rakna comes from the English word arachnid, the classification for most eight-legged arthropods, which includes the spiders. The term Kadaki, on the other hand, originates from a well-known Japanese yokai that the Raknakadaki is partially inspired by, the Tsuchigumo. The Tsuchigumo is also known under the name Yatsukahagi. And if that's familiar for many of you, that's because the monster's name in Japanese is Yatsukadaki. The term daki at the end of both names may also be a randaku or a morph of the word taki, which means to burn or to incinerate, a direct reference to the firepower both the Raknakadaki and the Rachnoids display during combat. And that, everyone, is 5 facts about the Raknakadaki, the Wandering Widow, the newly introduced Temnoceran within Monster Hunter Rise that covers the lore, ecology, and anatomy of the monster, as well as any other information in between. Hopefully you have found this video fascinating in learning more about the Raknakadaki outside of combat against this monster. What do you think about the Raknakadaki within Monster Hunter Rise? Let us know in the comments below your overall thoughts and opinions regarding this newly added Temnoceran within the series. Now, with all of that being said, if you enjoyed these videos, please consider hitting the like on the video itself and subscribing to the channel, as well as hitting that bell icon so you can go ahead and catch up on any future Monster Hunter content that I might be doing or any other games that I might be playing in future. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.